Cek. Tar. Apakah sudah? Apa nih? Sebentar. Oke, halo teman-teman, selamat datang di channel YouTube Indra IB. Baik, kita akan melanjutkan game Agatha Christie di ABC Murder. Ini yang part ketiga ya. Oke. Yuks. Oke, jadi terakhir kita sudah memeriksa kamar dari korban yang bernama Betty kalau nggak salah ya. Betty. Dan juga sudah memeriksa gramophone. Dan selanjutnya adalah kita akan menanyai lagi si Megan ganteng. Ini kakaknya si Betty, korban pembunuhan. Ya nggak jelas siapa yang bunuh. Gila. Oke, ini foto Betty dengan tunangan. Salah. Bentar. Kok
It looks like this woman is single, but she has feelings for someone. She is looking so intensely at this photo. But is it really a sister that she's studying in this manner? They made the perfect couple, am I correct?
Yes, in a way. She was pretty and he...
Well?
He's a bright man, with a promising career ahead of him. He would have made Betty a good husband. He was always attentive and generous. Oh, a true gentleman.
I hear a note of envy in your voice.
You must have heard wrong.
Oke, jadi dari wawancara singkat ini si Megan mengatakan Betty sangat beruntung mendapatkan si Donald sebagai tunangannya karena Donald adalah orang yang baik, orang yang pengertian, kerja keras. Nah, kemudian si Poirot mengatakan, kok sepertinya ada terdengar ada rasa iri dari perkataan si Megan ini. Kok seperti iri dengan si Betty karena bertunangan dengan Donald. Nah, kemudian si Megan membantahnya, kok masa salah denger kali. Oke, jadi setelah itu kita akan was jealous. Donald sedang jatuh cinta kepada Betty.
Donald appeared to be very much in love with your sister.
Yes, he was mad about her.
Mad, you say? Being madly in love can often be destructive, and Mr. Fraser was known for being jealous, I believe.
No more than average. Men are always slightly possessive, especially when they are with a pretty woman.
Donald ini sangat jatuh cinta banget sama Betty. Gitu.
I am not your enemy, Mademoiselle Bernard.
And you are not my friend either, Mr. Poirot, sir.
Yes, but your lies are not helping Mr. Fraser, or you for that matter.
The case is complex.
I know that Fraser was jealous, but I wonder why you feel the need to protect him.
Protect him? I hope you're not suggesting...
That you are Fraser's accomplice? There is nothing to suggest that, at least not yet. It would appear that your sister's murder is a second in a series that we have to stop as quickly as possible. The first was in Andover, and the same as your sister, the murderer sent me a letter informing me that a crime would be committed in that town. Now can I count on your honesty?
Yes, you have my confidence, Mr. Poirot. Don is a quiet and sensitive young man, slightly reserved too, and as is often the case with reserved people, when he flew into a temper, he completely lost control. He could be so violent. Betty was frightened.
And when was this?
The first time was about a year ago. But they rowed more recently. Donald found out that Betty had lied to him. She said she was going out with a girlfriend, but she went out for dinner with a married man.
Oh.
It was an awful scene. She told him that until they were married, she was free to go with whoever she pleased. Donald turned quite pale and started shaking and kept saying one day...
Well?
He'd commit murder.
Ooh. Oke, jadi dari perkataan si Megan ini, Donald orangnya mulai emosi semenjak mengetahui kalau si Betty itu selingkuh, berbohong.
Do you think that is what happened?
No, Mr. Poirot, I don't believe that. You yourself said he may be a recidivist madman.
Batman.
Don loved Betty with all his heart. I can't imagine for one instant that he would hurt her.
Very good, Mademoiselle Barnard. Thank you for your help.
Fraser is at the Ginger Cat. The police haven't spoken to him, but they want to.
Très bien, Hastings. Let's see him now. Au revoir, mademoiselle. My deepest condolences to your parents.
Of course, Mr. Poirot. And don't be too hard on Don. He's more fragile than he looks.
If you say so. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
What had Betty planned to do with her evening? Betty mungkin berencana menemui seseorang malam itu. To go out of a great deal. Betty let her about what she was planning to do the day before. Ini salah, pencet. Bertemu dengan orang lain. A good deal. Kan. Oke. Betty berbohong kepada Donald karena Betty sudah punya janjian kencan dengan lelaki lain. Siapakah itu? Ini sih sebenarnya. Bukan ya?
Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Megan Barda's behavior hiding. Terlalu mencari-cari. Agak tertarik dengan Donald si Megan. Gila kakaknya. Udah merasa sama tunangan adiknya, gila. Punya motif untuk membunuh saudaranya. Ini. Bukan. Megan itu cuma iri dan dengki. She fiancé was jealous and quick temper. Berapa tahun ini? Very drama. Oke. Apalagi nih? Apakah Donald mempunyai motif untuk membunuh Betty? Masih kurang.
You've seen Fraser, Hastings. What is your feeling?
He's a big chap. Fragile isn't exactly the word that springs to mind.
Big
I
shot.
talked to his landlady before seeing him. She went to bed at 11. Fraser wasn't home yet.
Bien. Megan Barnard said he is a reserved character but with a nasty temper. We will see if this is the case.
Nasty temper. Gampang emosi. Nasty temper. Let's check it out. Tanya lagi.
I don't want this young man here. Be quick and do what you must.
Diusir, sial. Karenanya.
How do you do, Mr. Fraser?
Fraser.
You Hercule Poirot. Mr. Hastings said you wanted to speak to me.
Yeah.
Yes. I know that it may not be at the right time, but I would like to ask you a few questions.
I have to ask you a few questions. Piala 2.
This man looks suspicious.
Suspicious. Dark circle. Okay. Crumpled clothes. Peraturan.
Leave me alone.
With white horse whiskey.
Donald Fraser is in a terrible state, as if he hadn't slept all night. And he's drinking white horse.
White horse. What's wrong with white horse?
Leave me alone.
Iya, ini mau tanya.
Tell me that it's a mistake. That Betty isn't dead.
Sadly, your lady friend has been murdered, Mr. Fraser.
Oh, Betty, if only you'd listened.
If only you will listen, apa? Ya, apakah berduitnya? Nah, kita apa? Jika Betty mendengarkan Donald.
If she had listened to you, she would still be alive. Should I take that to be a confession?
With that sort of thinking, you must send a lot of innocent men to prison. Under different circumstances, I might even find you amusing, sir.
It's no time for amusement, Mr. Fraser. It is time to find your fiance's killer. Did you know what her plans were for the evening?
She said she was having dinner with her sister.
Yeah, specify.
Yet, Megan only returned to Bexley this morning, Mr. Fraser.
I didn't know.
Right. May I ask you what you were doing yesterday evening?
I spent the evening working.
Your colleagues can confirm this?
No, I often take work home with me.
Point out that he doesn't have an alibi.
Therefore, you have no alibi, Mr. Fraser.
Yeah.
That's right. But that doesn't make me a murderer, Mr. Poirot.
Yeah.
I would like you to leave now, please.
Ah, I knew I'd find you here, Poirot. I thought the victim's young man was here.
Yes, he's all yours, Chief Inspector. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Yeah. Apakah Donald punya motif? There was nope. Took out a great deal. Pertama ini Donald tidak mempunyai alibi saat kejadian. mungkin ini sih donat. Oh, bukan. Hai. Oh, what? Motifnya. Apakah memang motif untuk membunuh? Nope. Nope. Ada beneran. Jealously, karena urusan yang penting. Oh, karena cemburu, gila. No, he doesn't. Apakah punya motif? Nah, ini. Nggak punya motif untuk membunuh Asher. Pusing. For evening dan 30 years old.
Fraser doesn't have an alibi and he's extremely jealous.
You are very skilled at summing up.
And yet you haven't asked Jap to arrest him.
It is too soon. But I agree, without the letters announcing the crimes, Fraser would already be behind bars. Bon, I think we have enough elements. Let's reconstruct the events at the scene of the crime.
Let's reconstruct.
I can't imagine how the murderer wasn't seen, though. Surely she must have struggled.
Let us try and imagine the scene.
Sini kita mengimajinasikan dari kejadian malam itu. Reconstruction.
The killer and the victim are walking on the beach. Miss Betty has a bag, a belt around her waist, and carries her shoes in her hand. Both of them walk slowly to hut number 5.
Hut number 5. Change. Maksudnya change advance. Kok tag enggak?
Miss Betty enters the hut.
Yeah.
No. It wasn't hut number 5. Let us think again, mon cher.
Change. Itu maksudnya
The killer and the victim are walking on the beach. Miss Betty has a bag, a belt around her waist, and carries her shoes in her hand. Both of them walk slowly to hut number 5.
To hut number 5. Advance.
Both of them walk slowly to hut number 6.
To hut number 6. Oke, baru ini. Oh iya, hutnya nomor 6 ya, Pak?
Miss Betty enters the hut. She leaves without her belongings. Then she hides a code.
Ya. Menyembunyikan kodenya ya. Advance, remove the bell, kayaknya terlalu kasar sih.
They keep walking. Then she removes her belt.
Oh.
The murderer moves behind her and then attacks her by surprise. The body falls, lifeless, on the sand.
Everything appears to match the crime scene, mon cher Hastings. That is exactly what happened.
Jadi si Betty yang melepas ikat pinggangnya dan kemudian dari belakang si pembunuh langsung mencekik.
Without the ABC, we might have suspected Mr. Asher and Mr. Fraser. But by signing his crimes, the murderer is making sure he's accused. In a way, it is very generous of him.
Generous? The murderer seduced Betty in order to lure her to the beach and kill her.
Indeed, the young woman was certainly careless, but not stupid enough to follow a stranger.
What are you planning to do, Poirot?
Return to London, mon cher Hastings.
Return to London. Oh. Jadi kemungkinan untuk Mr. Donald membunuh itu kecil juga karena ada apa itu bukti yang ditinggalkan oleh pelaku pembunuhan, yaitu ABC Guide.
Right, back to London. There is nothing more for us to...
I'm coming, Poirot. According to the guide, the next train departs shortly.
Right, back to London. There is nothing more for us to do here.
Let's go back to London. Oh, ABC.
Japp has decided to reveal details to the press. The alphabet murder is now famous.
It is not a bad idea. The more people who know, the greater our chances of finding out something of interest.
Poirot, I have a bad feeling.
Yeah, me too.
Poor Mr. Poirot, not so good at these little criminal matters as you thought yourself, are you? Rather past your prime, perhaps. Let us see if you can do any better this time. This time, it's an easy one. Churston on the 30th. Do try and do something about it. It's a bit dull having it all my own way, you know. Good hunting. Ever yours, ABC.
Bekerja keras lah,
Good
Poirot.
hunting. Did you hear that, Poirot? The murderer seems to be taking it all as a game. A challenge.
Menganggapnya seperti
He will strike on
tantangan
30th in
untuk
Churston.
Poirot.
We must warn Scotland Yard.
What the death is? Oh iya, sekarang tanggal 30 ya?
No time to lose. We must prepare our suitcases for Churston.
Mon Dieu, it is already 10 o'clock. I will call Scotland Yard immediately.
Let's go. Apa nih?
In his haste, Hastings tore the envelope.
A piece of envelope. Apa ya isinya? Tore the envelope. No, not at White Horse mentioned in White Horse tray. White Horse Court. Hanya White Horse mention. White Horse whiskey. Aneh kok menulis alamatnya salah. Bentar, mumpung ingat Whitehorse Whiskey. Oke lah.
It is not the right time.
Let's call.
It is not a good.
Apa ini? Ini suruh apa sih? Oh, compare. Telepon call.
Hello, chap. We received a new letter from ABC in the 10 o'clock post.
Where and when?
In Cheston. Today.
Today? I'll inform the population immediately.
I'll check the train times. Call me back.
Call me back.
It is not a good. It is not.
Kok gimana sih?
Daily Flicker, July 30, 1935.
Tidak ada progress.
ABC affair,
Oh.
no progress. The alphabet murderer is still on the run. Ever since the police found the connection between the Bexhill and Andover affairs, the inquiry has barely progressed.
Barely progress.
In this issue, we are publishing provocative letters sent by the killer to Hercule Poirot. Unfortunately, they have not yet helped to find him.
It helped to find him.
Daily Flicker, July the 26th, 1935. The Bexhill Horror. Young maid strangled on the beach. Killer struck at midnight.
Saat malam hari.
Ah, some cool hair. It is not a... Poor Mr. Poirot. Not so good at these little criminal matters as you thought yourself, are you? Rather past your prime, perhaps? It is not a good time. Hastings, what you are doing is an absolute disaster. That is no way to pack suitcases.
Heavens, we must hurry. We have to get to Churston before the murder.
You're right, Hastings. It is an emergency.
At last, Poirot, you're being reasonable. Poirot, you were right. I've just consulted the ABC guide. There's no hurry. The next train doesn't leave till 11:45.
You see, there is no need to hurry. We will not be in Churston until tomorrow morning. After the murder.
But why has the murderer warned us so late? It's not what he usually does. Did he do it on purpose?
Very good question, Hastings. We should also compare the letter we have just received with the other two. Although I have very little doubt about what we will find. we've missed the 6:45 train, but we have plenty of time to catch the night train. Hastings' photo album. He is very proud of his bag. Right, let us compare this new letter with the second one. Let us examine this more closely.
Kita membandingkan lagi.
Certain characters in the two letters may have similar defects.
Yes, two similar defect.
Yes, this I is
Weird.
right. Let us compare this with the other letter.
Same. I.
Yes, the I characters in the two letters do indeed have the same defects.
Punya karakter yang sama.
I have to find some other similar defects to confirm my theory.
W.
The W is not printed properly.
Yeah, it printed not properly.
Right.
Ya, I think waktu itu W.
Of course, the W characters in the two letters do indeed have the same defects.
Punya karakter yang sama.
I have to find some other similar defects to confirm my theory. Yes, the A appears to be quite unusual.
Cukup aneh. Huruf A-nya.
Right. Let us compare this with the other letter. That's right. The A characters in the two letters do indeed have the same defects.
Yes.
My theory was right. These two letters were written with the same
Sama
typewriter.
seperti surat yang sebelumnya. Yang pertama maupun
Let us
kedua.
now try and get our brain cells to work.
Why does the murder memperingatkan Poirot agak telat? Was that at the right date? Kenapa kok telat? Mungkin ini salah alamat dan sudah. Oh. Error of date.
The letter should have arrived in time. The postmark shows that it was sent 3 days ago. However, our man made a mistake in the address, which explains the delay. All the same, the post office took their time correcting the error.
Come on, Poirot. Your address is not quite as well known as that of Scotland Yard. Poirot, the telephone.
It must be Jeb. Karena penulisan alfabetnya salah, makanya nyasar suratnya. Kenapa makanya terlambat?
I have some news from Churchton. Bad news, I'm afraid. Sir Carmichael Clark was murdered while out on his evening walk.
Sir Carmichael Clark.
Carmichael Clark.
The name is familiar to me.
He was a famous throat specialist, one of the best in London. A wealthy man, he retired to Combside, a beautiful house by the sea. He collected antiques.
Are you going there?
Yes, let's meet on the train.
Bitch, Clark. Ya, sudah terbunuh. Houston 31. Ya, Sir Clark.
The victim is called Sir Carmichael Clark, one of the best throat specialists in London. The body was still warm when we found it. If we'd been warned earlier, we definitely could have saved him.
It appears that the murderer made a mistake when he wrote his letter.
A mistake? Lucky for him.
And what if he did it on purpose?
No. He's defined his madcap rules and he's sticking to them. It's a matter of pride for him. Shall we go up to the house, Poirot?
You go, my friend. I will come soon. This place is very calming.
Very calming. Pictures. Rock. Rabbit hole and...
The site is
wildflowers.
exceptional. It is easy to imagine that Sir Carmichael used to enjoy stopping here every evening.
Enak sih. Rekreasi di tempat seperti
The body
gila.
is just in front of a bush. One of the only bushes in the surrounding area.
Ya, kita periksa dulu karena korbannya sudah bernama Sir
Jab has emptied
Carmichael
the victim's
Clark.
pockets and has laid out their contents on this piece of wax cloth.
Kita lihat satu-satu. Ini dompetnya. Oke.
Nothing appears to be missing from this wallet.
Oke, uangnya masih utuh. Paspor juga masih ada. Apa ini? Orange. Oh, cincin.
A signet ring, very probably with the Clark family's coat of arms.
Maksudnya keluarga terpandang gitu. Keluarga dengan status yang kaya, gila.
An oriental dragon. It's an old piece, much older than the pocket watch on which it was fastened.
Oh, Oriental Division. Key?
It is pointless.
Oke, sekarang kita lihat mayatnya.
Sir Carmichael's throat was cut. It's a clean incision, a professional murder.
Astaga, lehernya disayat. Lehernya disayat. Dengan potongan yang rapi. Seperti profesional. Profesional.
An ABC guide. The murderer's customary signature, covered in blood this time.
Customary blood. Ada darahnya. Oh, oke.
Apart from the wound to the throat, the body is untouched.
Oh god.
No cuts, no bruises. The gravel on the path has been sprayed with blood that covers a conical-shaped area, which starts at the body and becomes wider as it moves further from the bush.
Ya, kita lihat examine the crime scene. Chapter 3. Lanjut ya. Harus kemana ya kita?
I'm not going to leave now. Still.
Oh iya. Kita cari di sini tidak ada apa-apa.
The site is exceptional. It is easy to imagine that Sir Carmichael used to enjoy stopping here every evening.
Ini sudah diperiksa. Oke, ini ada kejanggalan di sini.
The vegetation behind the bush has been trampled. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Agak apa ya? Rusak rumput bagian situ. What was her position when he was killed? Position. From the bush. Surrounding area. Yeah. Has his back.
Sir Carmichael had his back to the bush when the killer cut the throat from behind. A fatal blow that sprayed blood over a range of more than 1 meter. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Dari belakang disayat. Ngeri. Apakah Sir Carmichael melihat pembunuhnya? Harusnya enggak sih. Victim only. Has one in the bush. Enggak lihat. Tidak melihat pembunuhnya karena dari belakang langsung dikorok.
Have you finished, Poirot?
Chief Inspector, many questions remain unanswered, but I am certain of one thing.
Was carefully planned. Yep.
The killer has prepared his crime very carefully.
Quite right. He must have known Sir Carmichael's movements well to plan such an attack.
No, I was very violent.
The murderer struck with terrible savagery.
Yes, blood flowed. It's the first time he's attacked a man. He armed himself accordingly.
Have you spoken to the victim's family, Chief Inspector?
I've spoken to the brother, Franklin Clark. I didn't get much out of him. He's yours. I must get the body removed.
Franklin Clark. Menanyai Franklin. Sudah perkirakan dengan matang. Ngeri sih. Psikopat. Inilah contoh psikopat. Nah. Oh, ini. Psikopat. Oh.
To be honest, this inspector seems rather obtuse. I'm counting on your friend Poirot to catch my brother's murderer. Here he is now. Please, Mr. Poirot. Mr. Poirot, this is my brother's secretary, Miss Thora Gray.
Thora Gray.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. Poirot. Would you like some tea?
No, thank you, mademoiselle. I find it hard to digest.
Kita lihat kepribadian.
There is something elegant about
About
her.
her. Okay, understand.
she has good taste. Except perhaps in her choice of jewelry.
Jolly.
Please excuse me, I have to take care of Lady Clark.
Lah.
Hastings does not like very hot tea. He's going to blow on his cup for a good while before drinking. It is not the right... It is not the... It is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to question him.
My brother's wife is gravely ill. You will probably want to question her, but I fear that it won't be possible today.
Yes. Today, insist or be understanding. Be understanding.
Of course, I understand. Someone set a trap for your brother. Who was familiar with his habits?
Everybody knew he took his evening walk at 8:30, and that he always followed the same path.
Semua orang tahu kebiasaan dari Sir Clark yang dibunuh. Apakah ada?
And did people of the village know Sir Carmichael's habits?
I don't know. It's possible.
Mungkin.
What were you doing last night?
After dinner, I went to my bedroom. At 11 in the evening, the telephone rang. It was the police. I went to look for my brother.
What his favorite book is? It was a dark night.
Was it a dark night?
It was a new moon. I took a lantern.
So it was you who found the body?
Yes, along with the gardener.
Have you seen any strangers around the house recently?
Recently?
No. As far as I know, nobody has been near the house.
Miss Clark.
Oh, Lady Clark must have fallen from her chair. I have to help Miss Grey get her up.
Hastings, while our host is gone, let's examine the drawing room.
But, Poirot, a gentleman shouldn't...
I take full responsibility. All you have to do is to leave the drawing room door ajar and let me know if anyone is coming. There are some very valuable objects here.
Very valuable. What is it?
Compass, point to the stars. Bronze and magnetite, Han Dynasty, circa
Dynasty.
210 BC, purchased in Hong Kong 1935.
1935. Kayak ada kompas. Kita cek satu-satu.
It's locked.
It's locked. Gila. Ada rak yang tertutup.
Sir Carmichael's collection could rival that of a major museum.
Thinking.
Turtle, the dragon,
Dragon,
the crane,
crane,
and the tiger.
the tiger.
I think I've already seen this motif somewhere. The cardinal points. This book could maybe help me. Each cardinal point is associated with one animal and one color. In the middle sits the imperial dragon, and out of respect, all the others are turned towards him.
And turn or towards him. Merah, biru, hitam, putih. One animal and one color. In the middle sits.
Each cardinal point is associated.
Merah, biru, putih. Merah, biru. Sepertinya ini kompas ya.
The position of each motif is correct, but they are not turned the same way as on the table.
As on the table. B A. Oh. Oh, okay. Harus cari tujuh lain. Kepala naga, kepala merah. Tar. Oh, okay.
The position of each motif is correct, but they are not turned the same way as on the table.
Same way on the table.
The position of each motif is correct, but they are not turned the same way as on the table.
As on the table maksudnya.
The position of each motif is...
Hanya tunjuk lagi lah. Chinese Lord. It's an animal in one color. Apakah ada yang lain?
It is blocked.
No.
The position of each motif is correct, but they are not turned the same way as on the table.
Gimana ya?
I think I heard a bang. Could it be this cupboard?
Ih, bener loh.
This is interesting.
Bener loh. Ada surat apa nih?
Ernest Logan, MD, Brighton Cancer Institute, 201 Dusk Road, Brighton, Sussex. To Sir Carmichael Clark, MD, Comsite Churton, Devon. Brighton, 1935, January the 5th. As a man of science, I owe it to you to be completely frank. Lady Clark, your wife is suffering from a generalized terminal cancer.
Wow.
I confess I didn't suspect anything like that during the first exams. But with the test results I have received today, there is unfortunately no place for doubt. I estimate that Lady Clark's life expectancy is no more than 1 year. Hospitalization would not help in her case, so I advise you to keep her at home and provide her with as much morphine as required to ease her last moments. Yours sincerely, Ernest Logan.
Oh, jadi istri dari Sir Clark ini diagnosis mempunyai cancer terminal general. Mungkin kanker apa ini? Syaraf ya. Jadi untuk perawatannya ya dirawat di rumah dengan memberi morfin sesering mungkin. Kasihan juga.
These daggers are only ceremonial weapons. I do not think that the crime weapon is here.
Tapi hilang satu.
Here's Miss Gray.
Sorry to keep you waiting. Lady Clark's condition requires regular care. I believe you want to ask me a few questions.
Indeed, mademoiselle.
Mademoiselle?
This porcelain is remarkable. Is it old?
It's about 3 centuries old, I believe. Wait, let me find the reference.
It is not the right time. It is not the.
Okay, kita
She appears to be very flustered.
flustered. Remove lipstick, bright eye, and quick
She is
breath.
unable to hide her emotion, and her makeup has been disturbed. I think that this young woman has just been kissed.
Did Wow.
Here? Teapot with black dragon, Gangshi period, end of the 17th century. It is a rare piece with unusual colours.
Good unusual color.
You have a good knowledge of art history.
Acquired while working with Sir Carmichael. I used to help him manage his collection and choose his new acquisitions.
Yeah. he gave her gifts. As what her relationship was with her. Barry gave her gifts. Apa ya?
Did you have a good relationship with your employer?
He treated me well, and I am sorry for his death.
Have you seen any strangers hanging around in the past few days?
No. Nobody has been near Comside.
Comside. She was at the time of the
What
crime.
were you doing yesterday evening at the time of the murder?
I was sleeping.
I was sleeping.
I was woken by the telephone at 11. I heard Franklin Clark speaking with the gardener. They left with some lanterns and they found the body.
The reason for her aversion to growing. Coba. About Franklin and for her. If she's in a relationship with Franklin.
What are your feelings about Franklin Clark?
What an odd question. Of course I think he's a good man.
Yes,
He's energetic, nice, very sociable.
Miss Gray, if I may be so bold, please do not take offence. My friend has rather unusual methods, but all he wants is to find the murderer.
Yes, I understand. I must rest. Please excuse me.
Earlier, you asked me to watch the living room door for you. I don't wish to be indiscreet, but sometimes a gentleman stumbles upon a secret without intending to.
That is sometimes the case.
And I saw Franklin Clark kissing Miss Gray at the foot of the stairs.
Do you think this is a common occurrence?
Okay.
No, I saw emotion, intensity. I think it was their first kiss.
Oh.
Well done, mon ami. Well spotted.
However, I don't think I completely understand this business. Why did Sir Carmichael not defend himself? He appeared to have been active and strong.
The murderer did not give him a chance. Let us try and reconstruct the scene.
Wow. Jadi Mrs. Gray berjumpa dengan Sir Franklin. Aduh, emosi kali dia mungkin cuma
Sir
bertanya.
Clark is taking his customary walk. Our killer is hiding behind a bush.
Bersembunyi di balik semak-semak. Wait.
The old man walks quietly along the gravel path.
Ini tidak Sir Carmichael tidak mengetahui, jadi attack.
Sir Clark sees a shadow.
Oh, salah. Oh, saya.
No, Sir Clark was attacked by surprise. He could not see his assailant.
Oh, harus wait
Let us
lagi.
think again, mon
Kayaknya
cher.
dia pada belakang, Jim. Oh, salah.
Sir Clark is taking his customary walk.
Our killer
Our
is
killer is hiding behind a bush.
Yes. Oh, wait.
The old man walks quietly along the gravel path.
Don't stop. Still wait.
He then passes the bush and continues on his way to the house.
To the house.
No, Sir Clark used to gaze at the sea. Let us think again.
Oh, admire tuh maksudnya Allah, kirain admire.
Sir Clark is taking his customary walk. Our killer is hiding behind a bush. The old man walks quietly along the gravel path.
Oh, admire. See the scene, not the murderer.
Then he turns towards the sea to gaze at it.
Iya, mengagumi admire. Mengagumi. From the left.
The killer leaves his hiding place on the left-hand side. He walks over the gravel on the path. The noise alerts Sir Clark, who turns around.
What happened to me?
Sir Clark was attacked by surprise. He could not see his assailant. Let us think again, mon cher. Sir Clark is taking his customary walk. Our killer is hiding behind a bush. The old man walks quietly along the gravel path. Then he turns towards the sea to gaze at it.
Attack from the from the right.
The killer leaves his hiding place on the right-hand side. He approaches silently over the grass.
Cut throat.
Then he throws himself on his prey and cuts the poor man's throat. He then lays down the ABC before leaving. Everything appears to match the crime scene, mon cher Hastings. That is exactly what happened.
Muje.
Oh, just a minute. I'm getting dressed.
Bonaparte Cars? Who is he? Oh. Alexander Bonaparte cast.
Mr. Kirst, have you recently returned from Churston?
Yes. Indeed I have.
Have you seen the papers? And to think that you might have rubbed shoulders with the killer. Imagine that. Mr. Kirst, are you all right? You don't seem well.
My apologies. My throat is burning and my head feels heavy. It's ever since the war, you know. Since my injury, my head has never been the same.
Never been the same. Oh man.
Poirot, it's a pleasure to be with you again after all these years. I looked for a gift to thank you, and I found this propelling pencil.
An authentic collector's item. You spoil me, mon ami.
Mon ami.
And you more so by sharing investigations.
Do not underestimate the help you are to me, Hastings. Intellect is not everything. There is also goodwill, and you are not short of that. Later, I will ask you to help me tidy up the room and bring some chairs. Our guest will be here soon.
Ah, is Thora Grey coming?
Naturally. She is a fascinating young woman, n'est-ce pas?
N'est-ce pas?
Oh, come on, Poirot. I'm a married man. Miss Grey has already been courted by Franklin Clark. Poirot, our guests will be here soon. We must prepare ourselves.
I should take advantage of the silence to examine them.
Modifiable object to use to select the object. Select the object in your hand, click on the icon. administer her morphine to have air and to torment. New spring.
Sometimes I love a brunette, sometimes I love a blonde.
Blonde.
That's what the song says. The song says, sometimes I love a blonde who comes from Eden by way of Sweden.
Sweden.
But I am not sure that this blonde is an angel. She appears to have taken more care with her appearance than the last time.
Yes. More.
She's looking at Mr. Fraser out of the corner of her eye. Did she make herself beautiful for him? Donald is always on edge.
Yeah, dark circle. Shaving cut. Oh.
Donald Fraser is very nervous at the moment, even if he's trying hard to control himself.
Controlling himself.
I should take advantage of the silence to examine them. The song says, sometimes I should.
Spring. What for?
Franklin Clark always seems at ease, regardless of where he is. Something that's unique to people who travel. I ought to concentrate on my guests.
Okay.
I wish to thank you all for coming. I wanted to bring everyone close to the victims here in order to unmask the murderer.
Get to the point, Mr. Poirot. What do you want from us?
What do you want from us?
Megan, dear girl, please be patient.
Be patient.
Mr. Poirot, how dare you address me by my first name?
Please excuse me, mademoiselle. What I ask is that you search your memories. The murderer must have left some trace.
Yes, he must have prepared his crimes very carefully.
Tout à fait. He did not get to Bexhill at midnight in order to strangle a young girl whose name, by chance, starts with P.
Must we go into that?
No, of course. Not if it makes you uncomfortable.
Come on, Mr. Poirot. I imagine we all feel terribly uncomfortable about these murders.
It's true. We've to catch the killer, not be spared the gory details.
Mr. Fraser, please get a grip on yourself.
Well, I want to help you, but I don't remember anything else. Nothing I haven't already said.
And you, Mademoiselle Barnard? Did your sister say if she was seeing another man?
She never would have told me.
She didn't.
Allons, surely sisters have no secrets.
She never spoke about any of that to me. Do you believe me or do I have to repeat myself? Betty knew I didn't approve of her behaviour. Her flirting was spoiling any chance she might have had.
Spoiler.
Tell me, mademoiselle, what did you talk about with your sister?
Silly things. Her new dress. She wanted a pair of black stockings to go with it. Mother bought her a brand new pair. The day it happened, she was crying. And to think that Betty never even wore them. Poor Mummy.
Poor mom.
Your sister used to sing, I believe. Did she ever perform in public?
She dreamt about it, but she had a very bad cough. It troubled her greatly. She had to cancel auditions and miss lots of opportunities. A pity.
Yes, she sang well, but that doesn't tell us much about the murderer.
Qui sait? In any case, we now have enough information to draw up a relatively precise psychological profile.
Yeah.
Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Aduh, salah. Clever. No. Yeah, clever. Himself. Yes, self-confident. Seducer. Gombal apa itu? Merayu. Like trance, yes. Yes, like trains. Impulsive, is the killer impulsive? Cold. Generous, yes.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we can now surmise without too much risk of error that our adversary is calculative, sure of himself, a seducer, of outstanding intelligence, that he has plenty of self-control, and that he likes railways. It's a good start. Other meetings may be necessary. I hope that you will be able to come back again.
Well, it's just that...
Come on. So does she help?
Well, Mademoiselle Drower, do you wish to help us or not?
Oh, Mr. Poirot, don't be so harsh.
Don't be so harsh.
It's normal that people helping with this inquiry should be reimbursed. Starting with you, Miss Drower. Please allow me to pay for your train tickets.
Oh, sir, I cannot accept.
But you must. Mademoiselle, I may not be rich, but my brother left a fortune which will be mine.
Mr. Clark, that's very generous of you.
Well, someone has to foot the bill. Mr. Poirot, would it be possible for you to come back to Devon? Lady Clark has expressed a wish to see you. We'll adjust her medicine so she'll not be too drowsy.
But of course, I shall come the day after tomorrow if it is convenient. Thank you all for coming. We will meet again soon. The meeting was most fruitful.
Really?
Hastings, I believe now we have everything we need to find a common point between the victims. Now it is time for us to use our grey matter.
Oke. Ntar kita lanjut.
Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Sudah mendapatkan seperti benang merah. Still warm. Salah. What do the victims have in common? In common, right? Coach medicine. Oke, sama tenggorokan ya. The note was found. Voice and retired from throat affliction. Ya, berhubungan sama tenggorokan.
The first two victims suffered from bad throat, and that was precisely the specialty of the third victim, Dr. Clark.
We have a lead.
It would pay to take a closer look at the medical records of Dr. Clark's patients.
We'll do so during our next visit to Churston.
I will do it myself, mon ami. You must remain in London just in case ABC sends us another letter.
Very well, as you wish.
Oke, jadi benang merah. Kesamaan dari korban pembunuhan ini berhubungan dengan tenggorokan. Yang orang pertama mempunyai.
Thank you for coming, Mr. Poirot. Lady Clark is waiting for you in her bedroom on the first floor.
On the first floor.
Please excuse me, I cannot stay for the interview. I have to take Miss Gray to the station to see our lawyer in Torquay.
Are you leaving Churston for good?
Miss Gray very kindly stayed with me to settle my brother's affairs, but naturally she prefers to find a position in London.
Ah, très bien.
Très bien.
I'll be absent all morning, Mr. Poirot, but the nurse is coming soon. She's to ensure that the dose of medicine doesn't make our patient drowsy.
Thank you, Mr. Clark. Have a nice trip, mademoiselle.
Yup. Kita akan bertemu dengan Lady Clark. Oke. Punya film ada Tora Gray. Oke, dah. Terima kasih yang sudah menonton. Sampai jumpa. Dan kesempatan jangan lupa subscribe, like, and share video ini. Sampai jumpa.